Day 74. And boy, do I have a story for you. Give me 1 second. So I can just breathe it in. But it's a green book. It doesn't mean anything. So, right now, it's quite late. I just came back from like, well, I didn't just. An hour ago, I had just come back from a night out with the boys. But I had a mission statement because I had a very simple mission statement. Because I can't make things too complicated with my current level of hydration, one might say. We had a schoolyard. And we actually made our way to the final exam. We were halfway through the final exam, and then my computer, ooh, baby. The computer decided to do the thing where the GPU's fans just start spinning super fast. And then I have to restart my computer, which means that the recording didn't finish recording. So it just corrupted. Yeah. I am not happy at all, because it was a fucking monumental run. Because not only did we get the final room, we still had the final exam. We still general, sure, whatever. We still had the space to continue exploring. We already had the magnifying glass. We need to make the drafting studio. We just need to make a drafting studio so we can mess around with that safe. And we got a boiler room. And we did the red box thing so we can go down and try to figure out whatever date that thing is. Because I'm assuming all combinations are dates. All that is to say, I am going to do my best to not be tilted in this run. We're going to try to recreate what we had. Clearly without the classrooms because, we're not going to get a final exam now. That's okay. We still want drafting studio and we want a commissary so we can get a magnifying glass. Let's just put that there. These are things that was our initial goal. The schoolyard came to be because we ended up drafting one out there. So let's walk it back. We're trying to get magnifying glass. We're trying to do other stuff. We're trying to get magnifying glass and we're trying to go downstairs. So boiler room, magnifying glass. Boiler room, magnifying glass. Now that we have, that's good. Now that we have the trophy for the logical stuff, we don't need to always draft it when we see it. I cannot tell you how many, we have to take the items, but you don't know what it's, you probably do. Everyone like streams or like YouTubes these days or whatever, but like, to get that, like something really cool going and like to get excited, put all of that emotion into like just recording, and then all of a sudden just something outside of your control just makes it so there's nothing you can do and it's just gone. It's so frustrating and it sucks so hard. And I really hate like I'm gonna do it anyway because I'm in love with this game, and my own technological issues are my own technological issues, but it sucks. Like it just sucks the wind out of you. It's really deflating because you're on pace. You have like the momentum and the excitement of like you're fighting this thing. You're trying to pull another thread, and then all of a sudden it's just all gone. Anyway. We'll fix it. We'll be all right now. We'll be okay. I feel like we will. Secret passage. We want a secret passage for if we do gold room. We want an option to keep going north or to the left or to the right. A gift shop would make us go to the left or right. We won't be able to buy anything from it. But if we get a cloister, it would, you know what? Let's do green. Green is always a good option. Let's do green. Green works for me. And if we get a cloister, we could maybe summon... We do get a cloister. So let's try to summon a green room to the right. Maybe a courtyard. We don't have a shovel because, we do. Oh, we do. Right, because We had the moon pendant last episode, and I forgot that that's something of realization that I made. But we're making it again now. Okay, well, this counts as everything, and it gives us multiple exits, so it'll make us lucky. Let's do it. Oh, never mind. We can't do it. Well, fine. Do this. Thank you for making me feel lucky. And now we get a gem. We can't go south, but we're not trying for dead-end stuff. We can get a conservatory in another corner. Doesn't matter. Being lucky is quite nice. Can we get lucky again and get another green room? No, but that's okay. Armory. We have a shelter. There's no way for us to check here, but I think we took a shelter. Since we got the shelter, we don't really need a mantle at the moment. So let's get more keys here. And something I mentioned in the previous episodes, you know, I really like doing the math stuff, so because it makes me feel like I have a brain. let's come in here. Maybe it'll give us an item. It doesn't. Thank you. Give me a silver key. I'll take it. So we're in theory luckier. Should we mess around with this through the bottom? Yeah. All right, let's work on this side. This side is good. I don't like dining room there for that. Let's do parlor. We don't need to anymore. So if we don't get it right, we don't get it right. But also it's a point of pride that we start to try to continue our streak of getting this right. Because there's something to be said about like the like, wait, oh, nice. The confidence boost that we get and like understanding that like we can be logical. But anyway, one of the other boxes is true. So we're essentially saying if this is true, this is one of those puzzles where two of them are true and one of them are false. If we're believing this first statement. The gems are in the other box with a true statement. So if we're saying that we've already found both of our true statements, this one has to be false, but this one is saying that the gems are in this box. All right. Just let's work on the assumption that these two are true. What do you say? This is the only true box. So, based on what we know that they can't all be true. They can't all be lies. So if we're saying that these two are true, this one has to be false. And if it is false, it falls pretty nicely to be false because it says this is the only true box, so the gem is not here. Which would then mean that the gems are in the other box with a true statement because you are true, the gems are here. Yes. Beautiful. Hell yeah. All right, let's keep doing it. Let's keep moving west. We're trying to get a drafting studio and a magnifying glass. You give us an item. We have a shovel, which will open stuff up, but we're not hurting on keys. Let's do workshop for a free item. Oh my baby, magnifying glass. Yes. Oh, okay. Also a thing that I mentioned in the previous episode before my computer shit the bed. But anyway, I wanted to give you guys like an update on this. So this is going well. I have these two lines and I'm still practicing, but the way that like I started playing piano, I think late last year. And the reason for me to do it, my like quote unquote New Year's resolution, was to learn a theme from Interstellar by the end of this year. So I've been practicing the Interstellar theme and I'm 3 pages into like a 6-page like music, like this, the composition of it is 6 pages of the music sheet. So I'm 3 pages in. So I'm like well on my way and I'm 6 months in. So like I'm good in my progress for that. But I'm juggling that with also I want to learn Nina Simone's like Feeling Good. And that's going really well. And I'm also learning a song that I want to surprise my grandma for Thanksgiving. She used to play it a lot when I was much younger and living with her. It's like this French song called La Bohème. It's very piano heavy. And she's coming to visit for Thanksgiving, her first time out here, like in Colorado or whatever. And I want to surprise her by playing this song that she used to play all the time when I was younger and say, hey, here's something that like your grandson could play for you that it reminds me of like a really happy time. So that's something that I'm practicing, and that's going well. That's not too many music sheets either, but then on top of that, I'm also doing this. So like I'm juggling those, and like the other pieces are a lot more complicated than this. This is like pretty simple in general. So I feel more comfortable doing this and like putting this off to the side. Like I can get this in a couple of weeks, I think. But as I practice the others, I'll get better at like hitting these notes too. So that's where that's at. And that's what I said previously. And I'm saying it again. So hopefully, you know, my computer doesn't die. But that's where I'm at with that. I'm still, I love the music of this game. And to be honest, I want to learn every single track and be able to play every single track, like in Hollow Knight. So I want to learn it all. And this is a great one. I don't need a lucky purse, but I want to learn them all. In particular, the one that plays in the music room and the ballroom. Those are amazing pieces. I love how they sound so much. But let's deal with this first. Cool, Diamondus Minor, and the clav is the key. But yeah, that's coming. And I mean, I just love sounds that the piano makes. So I'm gonna do this regardless whether it's in time to like when I find all the secrets here or not. It's just something that interests me, so it's gonna happen. Thank you for the rerolls. Give it to me. Alright, we're gonna do this one. We're gonna do commissary. How do our items look? Decent, but also commissary is incredibly important for items. That's a lot of gems. Oh my god. Last time we had a lot of gems too. Right, so we did a special order for magnifying glass because I wanted to make sure that we got that. So we got step one. Step one is to get the magnifying glass so we can then do the drafting studio and then mess around with dates there. But we also have the magnifying glass for anything else that we might need it for. So the next thing that we want is a boiler room. We want to, I'm saying this out loud again, because if I say it out loud, I can internalize it and focus on that. So let's do it. Not drawing room, we want a drafting studio, but these are multiple exits. We like those. It also provides us with an easy reroll, or a free reroll, as some in the business might say. Let's go east. What are our special silver key? Hold on, do we want you to be 4 exits? No, we don't care. So let's do lockpick. No, it doesn't work, so let's do this. All right. Yeah, I quite like a dining room here. No need for a reroll at all. We'll get a lunchbox. Access to the foundation. Not that we've really cared for it, but that's there. And then instead of, well, there's something to be said about using this because it's this rank. Less likely for it to be locked before we do any of these. So let's do it. It's not locked. Beautiful. Don't talk to me. Just lose my number. Damn it. Stupid furnace. And by that I mean the freezer, because the freezer is the one that's actually like a jerk and never shows up. Like someone mentioned, it's like it's the true main villain of the game. Truly. Spread dirt in the driveway, because part of me, I don't think this is a thing. I don't. But I'm not, because I'm not 100% sure. That like 1% or 8%, honestly like 10%, that believes that maybe there's something more to be explored there. Saying like maybe there, if you draft a particular amount, like if you get a bunch of bedrooms and do a lot of experiments and get a bunch of stuff in your driveway, like a bunch of dig spots, one of those dig spots will be something special. Again, could be totally wrong, but it's an itch that I need to scratch. So I need to know. I need to know. Foyer is beautiful because it unlocks all other hallways. And I have a nagging feeling that there's more here other than kind of like a confirmation that Giariena is part of your bloodline and that you're royalty. Okay, all right. First of all, that knocks out one of our main goals for today. One of our main goals for today is to try the underpass room, the red box room, I'm going to call it. You're on already, but I'm going to dig down there. So our main goal is to do the underpass room, or like, we know that things are dates. Every combination, regardless of whether you're safe or not, I'm looking at dates and gates. Dates and gates. Dates and gates. That's my mantra right now. Throughout the entire... For a second, I thought that was like a code or something. But my mantra right now is dates and gates. Gates, and I was thinking, oh my God, I got to remember like things that I said before that obviously you guys didn't hear, but like gates, right? You can also do a play on words when it comes to the drawing room, where this room, the puzzle that I hated, like the worst puzzle that I've done so far. And it's because I probably didn't understand how I could have gotten the answer, is gates. So 8, if we count small gates, 8 dates crack 8 safes. So if you want to be clever or like a little cheeky, you can say that if we count small gates, instead of like explicitly like gates, something that's like blocking you or an entranceway, it'll be gates, like how long your steps are, right? So if you count small gates, and that's what we did for that thing, right? That could be another hint towards that, but you kind of have to think outside of the box for that. But I feel like you have to think outside the box for a lot of the puzzles here. So, that's not a crazy thought. Okay, I'm gonna remember. I'm telling myself I'm gonna remember, but I want to open that door because it's here, and I want to just get this out of the way before I block this off with a red light. So I'll take care of that. Okay. Yeah. Because our goal is to not need any of these rooms anymore, so we can make them a useful dead room if they exist. There's also something to be said about this game where you go into rooms where you don't spend a lot of time in there. Why is there a bird there, right? Like, does that mean anything? But you start to wonder, is there anything that I might have missed originally? Did I find everything? Did I, quote unquote, 100% this current room, right? And you never really know the answer. You never really know the answer. But I'm going to hope that I did 100% this room. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll keep going. I know that that's there, and there's nothing for us to like. Dates. 9174. That was at 9/28/74. Then you don't have a date. And then that's the 8D thing that helped me with the study. Hell yeah. Okay. So there's this, and we can go straight down. What are our special keys? Silver key, no. You want lockpick? Let's do it. Corridor is actually the perfect one. And the thing that we know about hallways, at least, is that they can repeat. So we don't have to worry too much about like using a passageway, because maybe we can draft another passageway. It's not that big of a deal. Why would we want money? If we get a showroom, we can get something else, but I feel like it's a little too late for that. What else would we spend money on? We have an experiment when it comes to bedrooms, so let's do this. I think we'll figure that out in a second. Yeah, experiment successful. Thank you for that. Lovely. So we don't have to worry about this section at all anymore. And the red box is on. Remember, the red box is on. I'm excited to try date stuff, because all I needed was an area of attack, essentially. Like, just show me a place. Oh, this is a perfect passageway. Give me an idea. Am I supposed to look at geography? Am I supposed to look at like numbers? Am I supposed to look at what combination should I be working with? And the fact that you gave me dates and gates, just that in and of itself is more than enough to make me excited for trying new combinations. So I'm in here. That leads us to the east, and it gives us 8 gems. Kind of a no-brainer. And those are those particles. I feel like that's new. Look at our trophy collection. I am very proud of these. Super proud of. I worked my ass off for all of these. And part of me still feels like after you get them all, maybe you'll get like an Easter egg somewhere here. Maybe they'll give you something. Who knows? Wait. I never noticed those lights. Pointing at that. Does that mean anything? Overanalyzing is the name of this game. So, yeah, because what if we rerolled? What would we do? What would we want? Nah, let's do locker room for keys. I don't care about it though. I don't care about it. Give me something better. I don't care about locker rooms for keys. These are not better. I should not have done that. Well, might as well just get it done, I guess. Do a walk-in closet. Do a walk-in closet. Part of me likes to do a little gambo. This isn't as useful, but be okay. Coupon, sure, make things 1 cent cheaper. And then we can work our way to the right and hope we can get something like a cord. Wait a minute, we have I think we have a shelter. I think we have a shelter. I could be wrong. I hope I'm not. But I'm choosing the archives thinking that we have a shelter. We don't. We have a shrine. Oh shit. Okay. Well, that's not good. It's okay. It's manageable. Some might say. Oh, look, an archive for the fan. That's nice. We're gonna do a conference room because it's something that we know and it gives us multiple exits. I'm okay. I am fine. What is this? Thank you. Go south. And then if you're in archive room, then you're in archive room. Veranda. Greater chance of finding green rooms. Which would mean a courtyard. Courtyard would be helpful in literally any of these rooms, so let's do a veranda. Let's do a little digga-digga-da. Some might say that was very lucky. Alright, so now what is in... Oh, really? I'm okay with that. I have 7 keys. Worth. So we don't need to go there. Now we can go north. We have the boiler room, which means we have the red box, which means we need to go to the underpass. I'm just saying that for myself because it's the more I repeat it, the more I internalize it, and the more true it'll be. And then exit, and then we'll just pick that up in the conference room. All right, let's do this. I'm gonna do it, obviously, in an electric eel aquarium. That is the best choice. And we don't have the kennel, do we? We do not. That's okay. That is okay. We are okay with this being garbage. Okay, so it's powered and requires a key, so it could be a laundry room. I feel like it would be a laundry room. And if it is a laundry room, we could trade allowance for stars. I don't care too much about that. And then it could also be a laboratory. Do we have a laboratory? We do. So it's probably a laundry room. So we don't have a knight's mantle, so we're gonna get one. Let's get one. And we're gonna buy everything. We're gonna get this for more stars because we always want more stars. Get close to 50. What if you get 100? What if maybe that's another secret thing that they don't talk to you about? And we're just gonna grab this because we have nothing else to spend money on. And maybe we'll find something interesting to use that with. I highly doubt it, but maybe we will. Special keys are silver key. We don't want that. Let's do this. No. Okay, so let's do that. We can move via the electric eel aquarium too. This doesn't... I don't really care. it is not advisable. I don't advise this. I do not try this at home, but I'm gonna do the archive floor plan. Oh shit. Cool. But there's, oh well, whatever. I feel like, right, there's another thing. We need to go to the train station to look at the, because we have a magnifying glass, right? We do. We need to go to a train station to look at this to see if that gives us any more information. Yes. Okay. Even if we do these things that like feel like they're bad, we're fine. Oh, we're doing Night Shield on Lost and Found because it's still propelling us towards like progress for something else. And that's kind of like the cool little mystique of this game. Is it like, even if the troll engine is screwing you over, there's still, can you do that up here? You can't, okay. You can still get enough information or a hint to like still make some form of progress. And I think that's really freaking cool. What can this be? I don't know. I don't know. Let's do it. I'm truly okay with you staying standard. We don't have that open because we don't have a secret garden. But that's neither here nor there. Right. We have to check the other side because we don't want to use all our keys. We can also check this. Alright, dude. Alright, dude. No, we don't want this. This is go check, and run. Music room, but also and run. So we want a corridor or something that'll keep us going to the left. Remember, even if this is a wash, you need to go to the underpass. Boom, 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 boom. We also want a drafting studio, dude. You do. Rotunda is perfect right now for what we need. Rotunda is perfect. Those are our only known choices, and we're not gambling. That's what we want. You. Can you be something that'll let us move? None of these are really, and we don't have to reroll shit. So we truly just have to rely on this helping us over to that side. I'm telling myself right now before I do this archive floor plan that we at least still have an opportunity for progress by going to the underpass. So let's do this. It's a bunk room. Sure. It's an experiment successful. So stuff at the driveway. Sure. So, sure, maybe it'll give us something secret in the driveway. Maybe we're still working towards that too. Okay. Let's do this. What are you? Functioning under the assumption that look, it even says 8. Phi 8. Wait, phi is an actual number in math. Ah, gosh. I'm not in the right state of mind to remember what number phi is. Or phi. Dang. No, because pi is 3.14 and then a bunch of infinity numbers, but phi is also a number. Whatever. Dates. 8. Is this the only number? Yes. Okay. If we're functioning on everything is a date. What can we do? We can do Feb. We can do May. We can do Mar. We can do Jan. Do you have J? E. No month starting with E. No month starting with U. There's May for this and March. September. Sep. No B's. No R's. No L's. No P's. No T's. E's. Is. Okay, so start with M. We have March or May. Both of those are A, so R, you have A. You have Y, I saw. So R or Y. have Y. Okay, there's no R, so let's do Y. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I literally just started jumping. I just started actually jumping. But what significance does May 8 have? Other than like, it's a date, right? That's cool, but like, what happened on May 8th? Arinda Aries. So we're gonna grab you. I want to read this so bad. But also, I see this. Excuse me? You found a secret floor plan. Would you like to permanently add treasure troves to your drafting? The answer is yes, but also +5 for each time you have drafted treasure trove. Oh, it's probably one of those things that like continues to accumulate, right? So the first time you get +5, and the 50th time you'll get +100. Sure, I don't care about that. We're okay with money, to be honest. We just want the information that we might get there, like whatever hint that might be in there. Yes, add it to drafting pool, obviously. Okay, what are you? Scripps and Rutherford Mining Company Excavation Department, 1/13/1916. That's another date. Foreman's Log 102. I knew what we were looking at as soon as we uncovered the first spire, but it wasn't until the first floor plan was unearthed that most of the crew realized what ruins we were exhuming. What? The border was the same pitch as the sunless cavern we found. We found it in a dark trimmed floor plan of ill-fated Orindia. What? We had found an authentic black print. What is a black print? What? What the hell? The sooner we seal this site back up, the better for us all. What in the world is a black print? What? Well, black is the color of Orinda, Aries, or Oris. What? What the? Oh. The hell is this? Whoa. It looks like they're building a castle? For sure, or some form of fortress. There's the minecart. What? Dude, we were big players in this like royalty, like Game of Thrones. Whatever the heck is happening here politically, like we were head honchos here. Like whatever our family did likely changed the course of whatever the current generation was like experiencing. We defined the zeitgeist of each generation. I'm kind of like throwing things out there like long shot, but like look at all the stuff that we have. Look how important we have to be. Like we're stealing crowns. We're stealing crowns of royalty and changing them symbolically into like the blue stuff. Saying that we're like Orinda Arians or whatever we're gonna call them or whatever. Orinda Ariesians. But all of this stuff, our uncle did all of this shit. What the hell? Who was that man? How much power did our uncle have? Oh my god. Oh my, but also that was really cool and much easier to like understand, knowing that we should focus on dates. And my god, my page on dates. I cannot wait until we get to drafting studio and get to that thingy. But anyway, this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is our 7th. So we have one more after this. Okay. Number 1. This is the first one that we're supposed to find. I refuse to believe this. But also we still have 2 rooms of the Realm and Rune stuff to do. Anyway, and this like enigmatic room 8. Dear Baron Sinclair, to begin, My name is Worth Loud. My father used to work for your father, the Right Honorable Baron Thomas Sinclair, between the years of 1915 and 1918. The former having died last month at the advanced old age of 89. May he sleep in soot and ash. He left behind his widow, 7 children and 30-odd grandchildren. I write to you today, however, not to inform you of these family affairs of little consequence, but to tell you a little bit about my father. He lived his life towering above us in solemn silence, like many members of his and your father's generation. He never spoke of the work he did in the mountains of Reddington, or the famous estate in which he was stationed. He never spoke of the Baron, not once. I tell you this only to relate that he never betrayed the confidence your father placed in him, the secrets he kept for your family. He took with him underground. His elderly comrades and colleagues from his old mining outfit proved, however, to be not nearly as discreet and concerned with their words. I think we're reading a letter about the son of the foreman. We've been reading letters about the foreman this entire time, and this is giving us more context on the actual foreman. I could be wrong, but that's my current instinct. That's where this is going in my mind. During the wake, fueled by a seemingly endless supply of spirits, these venerable gentlemen embarked on a journey down memory lane, recounting as much as the good old days as they could dredge up. While such reminiscences might typically be dismissed as the fanciful ramblings of age, the volume and specificity of their accounts lend a certain credence to their words. Now, me, I am not a presumptive man. I don't presume these stories to be true. I don't presume your house is host to secrets of this magnitude. Oh, buddy, if you only knew. Yet, I find myself irresistibly drawn to the idea of sharing these tales, true or not. They seem, after all, stories worthy of being heard. I wonder if my current abundance of idle time fuels this urge. Perhaps I have too much time on my hands. Perhaps, if one were to engage me in some worthwhile and profitable enterprise, my eagerness to pass the time by telling stories would be curbed. I eagerly await a response from your lordship, Mr. Worth Loud. Well, first of all, that's the first time we've ever heard that name or read that name. So that is a potential, even though I think we've discovered all the admin keys. That's another key, or at least another name that we can use as a combination for an admin key. Cool. I'm not going to exit out. I still see there's more. Let's do more. Ooh, baby.
We're not blind to the irony of blackmailing you for a blackmail letter. And we're not proud to join the endless procession of those who have knocked on your mailbox looking for a handout. Particularly so when our methods lack the refined sophistication and class that this author so effortlessly wields.
What? So was this the blackmail letter? No, the blackmail letter was what we found before. It's the weird magazine letters. Which means, well, this is getting a picture, but I feel like there's a secret, there has to be a secret something here. So like if we look at the first letter of every word, we or WNB, no, that wouldn't be anything. What about the first letter of everything on the left? WBLJ, no. What about the end? FLO, no. Everything is capitalized, right? Yes. So everything is capitalized. Either way, this deserves the picture because it's special and it's not part of, it wasn't this author. So it was someone else. And maybe that'll give us something. And this is our 7th. We only need one more. And it's the freaking drafting studio one, dude. It's the one where we have to find gates and dates and like all of the combinations. I'm gonna spend like literal hours on this thing and I don't care. We need to get that thing. Dude, amazing. All right, we still want to get a magnifying glass and the drafting studio. That's literally our last one. Wait, why does... This is so fascinating to me. Like, truly, this is so fascinating to me. And there's still, I can't believe there's still 2 sanctum doors for us to go through. And then there's the 8 realms and 8 runes in 8 months. 8 realms in 8 months. And then the like secret a new clue thing, like with the words and stuff. We've done so much, so much. And there's still more for us to explore here. What a game, dude. I love this game. He never says the truth. Anyway, come here. The Royal Museum of the City of Fen. The fact that this is crossed out makes me so happy for some reason. Like I'm literally instantly aligning myself to the Oris people, right? Because it's my family. I was born into this, and also like I'm supposed to forget the red card. The red cards suck. But anyway, it really makes me feel happy that this is crossed out for some reason. Wait, where are we? Closed exhibit. Closed exhibit. So it's the same thing as that room. Learson Gallery you had mentioned. Oh, this is the actual closed exhibit. Okay. This is exactly the same thing because the closed exhibit has 3 security doors. These 3 security doors. Portico. That doesn't exist for us. Security system controls. Portrait room. That doesn't exist. Learson Gallery you've mentioned. Maybe that's the gallery that we need to find out titles for. I was like, what could that give us other than like money? Because those chests that it looks like those things are like coming down on. For some reason, it brings to mind the chest that we get when we dig a treasure map thing. So I feel like we're only going to get resources, and that it's me. But also, I'm probably wrong, and it'll give us a hint at something else. Of Moonside Courtyard. Do you imagine these are places that we can draft rarely or something? Staff guards. Those are the people that you were saying. If they have black gloves, they're in on the heist, essentially. They're making it easier for you. If they have white gloves, then you'll need to take them out. So there's the security doors from the closed exhibit. Security system controls. Do we think if this functions, like if this is truly, sorry for moving it around. Also, super hydrated at the moment. But sorry if, what if this is essentially the same way that the foundation works? And what I mean by that is, this is telling us this closed exhibit. We know that the blueprint of the closed exhibit is 3 security doors. Got it. We can deal with that with a key card to sleep in a break room. Easy peasy. But there's nothing else for us here other than the letter from Pharaoh. And Pharaoh, oh my gosh, we should start looking at other combinations for the Blackbridge Grotto. And there are things for us to check. If you don't see it in this video, it's because it didn't amount to anything. But that's besides the point. This is the actual blueprint for closed exhibits. So if, let's say, we draft this, And we also have a way to like get to the back of it. Like meaning like a room that has a door to here. Like in the foundation. If we have a room that leads to the foundation, but it's a blocked off wall, we are able to operate the elevator. So if let's say we get something, we make a closed exhibit and we make a room like a hallway or passageway or something that leads down here, maybe it'll actually give us something cool. Because then why would they put security controls here? Why would they tell the player this? And why would they make this red? Red means important. Here, important means telling us like the allegiances of where we stand, our family. We don't care about Fen. Fen sucks. We are Orindians. So we don't care. It's not a grand city. It's just a normal city. Right. So that's what we should get from that. So then, on that same vein, stop it. What does the red on getaway car mean? Getaway car 136, 0136 could maybe be a combination. It's not a date, but it's something, which means that's getting written down. Maybe not on my date page, but on another page because we have pages for random things. Maybe white gloves. So the white gloves are here at 124. And maybe this is the black gloves. No, but you're pointing at this. So you're saying that this is one of the white guards because you had the black guards that were in on the heist. And then maybe the white gloved people weren't, but 0124. That's another thing. There's Pharaoh mentioned again. White Pharaoh Marigold. Pharaoh's Marigold. So Pharaoh might have been a pseudonym for Marigold, which means my mom was Marigold. So who wrote that? Wait, I have a picture of that letter. In arms, your faithful soldier, Pharaoh. So let's read this and giving the voice of Mary Marigold. Let's say it's my mom. This is the same symbol or like character model as these. So white, let's say these are code names because these are three different things, three different people. White is one person. Pharaoh's another. And Marigold is our mom at 105. I don't have 105. Let's write 105. 105. And I'll just put a question mark there. But let's say they're saying, hey guys, avoid this. These are the white gloves guys. So one of you will be here. And then two of you will be here. They're coming into the 4th century. So a dual-pronged approach. We would be wise to sacrifice almost anything, everything, to avoid the white-gloved guard. Striking only when he takes a recess. So he probably only takes a recess here, like close to 1:30 in the morning, right? Let's say that. We're staking this place out. We're looking at the routines of the guards. We're looking at what they do. We don't do anything for a month, maybe. Get them comfortable. Get them in their pattern. And just watch and observe. Their pattern is, at close to 1:30, the white guards come up here and take a break. Cool, so that'd be an opportune time to come in here into the museum. Got it. Okay. The two black glove guards have been instructed to bind, blind, and gag themselves to spare us the precious extra minutes it would take for your group to execute that task on their behalf. Right. That's when we come in through here. Where are the black guards? I haven't noticed anything mentioning black here. No, they're guards here. So maybe these are the black guards. So maybe these are the guys that are in on it, right? Maybe, because I don't see anything else. And we have 1, 2, 3. So what's this 4th guy? Oh, that's Manning. That's Caleb Manning. Okay. Right. Okay. So let's assume these are the black guards. These are the guys that are in on it. So these guys are going on break. You go in here and then you try to make your way through here. They're in on it. You're fine. Hey guys, we binded and gagged ourselves so we don't get fired or whatever. or figure it out. And then here, you find your way here. So you come here. Oh, that's a door. So you come through here. And if this is the actual closed exhibit thing, come in through here. And then you unlock the security control system or whatever. And then you come into the closed exhibit. And if you do that, then maybe whatever you do here will make it so like the red velvet, like gates or whatever, the rope, because we're human beings, but we can't like scoot over a rope or something because, you know, whatever, we're adhering to the rules of the game. But in real life, you just like walk over that shit and get the crown. But apparently we can't do that. So maybe whatever we do with the security system controls will affect whatever happens here. I also can't believe as a 14-year-old child, I am like dissecting the heist that my mom did to steal an actual crown from a museum because she is actually a descendant, and meaning I'm also a descendant of like this royal family that got like slighted by government, and like we are the originals of this thing. Like it's what, this is crazy. This is crazy. This is truly crazy, but it's also really freaking cool. It's really super cool to bring this together. Oh man, is there anything else that we can glean from the map? Why is that there? That's never been there.